things that didn't get deleted are like some silos or some rock wall.
Okay, I gotta be out of the server, or
This is not me.
out of that. Okay. Alright, so here's the deal, guys. Here's how today's operation is gonna work. There is a 3-man ground command team, there are 6 squads of 8, and there is my slot. What you have at base is 3 Vics. 2 are gun cars. One of them is a UAZ open. That's meant for ground command to field reinserts in. As well as it contains all of your ammo for both the Vics and the infantry. So make sure that thing doesn't get shot. It also has 4 spare wheels. Radio communications today are going to be a little interesting because only the squad leader, team leader, and ground command and his 2IC have FADX. So use that accordingly. FADX you can multi-channel, so you know, 1 ear on 50, 1 ear on 60, 70, 80, whatever your group is. Let's see. AT is in the squad leaders, team leaders, and the IED dudes. They all have AT grenades. I have made sure that they can destroy everything that I will throw at you today. Or at least you'll be fighting. This is a massive CQB environment, so if you need to maneuver up to a vehicle to destroy it, that's probably what you should do instead of trying to charge it in the open, because you'll probably get killed. Furthermore, IEDs will be present. IED dudes, you can set them to try to bait vehicles towards them, or QRF. You can also defuse them. IEDs won't be blatantly everywhere. There's a bit of a logic to where they're going to be. Probably, you know, away from buildings, spaced out in certain sections, so use your brain. Most of the AI are pre-placed in the op, so that means you won't be able to interact with their uniform. To get stuff out of their vest, you gotta quickly equip their vest, pull the stuff out, and then you can put it in your stuff. But not the uniform. So a lot of their ammos are in the uniform because I don't mean for you to steal their guns because I don't want to freak PID out. So use what you got. For PID, enemies all have the same exact type of helmet. You guys do not have any helmets on. So use that for your PID. Also, they have vests. You don't, but your armor is still... it's rigged, so you'll be okay. Aim for the head, that's an insta-kill, or shoot them in the arms or legs, that's a 2 to 3 shot. Hitting them in their chest rig will be a 5 to 8 shot, depending on where you hit them. So, get close, maneuver, or just suppress downrange. You're gonna be on the offense anyway, they're just kind of patrolling their own territory. Your overall objective, by the way, is to clear a fob. And it's marked on the map. There's also some exclamation points. There's a little key for that. It just means they're fortified positions, so you can attack them or you can try to bypass them. It's up to you. Trying to think what else. Let me quickly turn my plugin off so I can get on the server and look. Because I have this all listed out as tasks. Ground command will decide who gets the technicals, because there's no dedicated group to get them. The ground command Vic is a medical Vic. It has spare medical supplies in there as well, and 5 spare packs, so anyone can go in there and give blood to people or pack people.
Liru, you do realize putting all that stuff into one vehicle, it's just bound to get armored by someone.
You're right, so I hope the ground command, who I told is gonna get that vehicle, knows what the fuck they're doing. Because if that thing's lost, you guys are fucked.
You expect that from these people?
I do.
From us?
Yeah. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, you're the one speaking who kept running into things when we were recounting the T3 up.
Yeah, you're known as...
Yeah, you're the one that called the convoy from coming out in the opposite direction despite your intel.
You are what we're worried about.
In my defense, I was very, 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 very tired.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you constantly kept saying at the beginning of the op how you were perfectly fine.
I always say that, you dumbass. Even when I'm shit-faced drunk, I say
There's the password. Feel free to start coming on. Yes, you can bitch and moan about the password, but don't say it out loud. Thank you.
I love it.
I don't mind it.
Yeah, it's got
Liru,
character.
you're a racist.
Durka.
2016
Oh,
I believe.
Oh, don't say it.
man, I'm glad no one said
I'll
it.
see you guys in T-Far.
Glad no one said it, yeah.
If you have any questions, I'll be on 5-0. You should spawn with everything you need. Oh, and if you don't like what the marksman kit is, look up the definition of marksman. Thank you. How are you guys doing? I've decided going forward, I'm gonna, at least in the streams for the VODs, get the little brief I do that I always claim in the beginning that I have. So I decided, you know what, I'll just start adding that because people are saying that I don't, even though I do, and I think it's funny. But anyway, we've got a nice little operation here. Yeah, a lot of you might have subs because someone a few days ago dropped 100 gift subs, so some of you might have them. But otherwise, we should be a-okay here. We got 2 technicals over here, one a 240 Bravo, one that's a 14.5 millimeter, and we've got this awesome command Vic that is literally stuffed with stuff. Just an absolute bellend load of stuff, like, hell yeah.
The slugs and 2070 gauge. I have no idea what it is, but I am assuming it's buckshot.
Yes.
Lovely.
Also, each one of those is like 5 rounds, and then has like a second and a half for reload to indicate you like pumping, so, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
If you want to look at what you got in inventory, feel free to look in there, and then these are the 2 technicals you have, everything's on the map.
Why did you give me fucking
What have
HP
thou
grenades?
giveth me?
What?
Man.
Oh, fuck yeah, shotgun.
What? Hash.
Oh, you gave me the TSB asset shotgun. This one's
This thing
broken.
has
I
2
love it.
descriptions for ammunition.
That's why I like it so much. That's why you got it, because it's fun to use.
I am a hermit. Thank you.
Alright, now I know why Liru match is up today. You want us to suffer for Sunday.
Who's a marksman? I want to see what marksman.
Nah, so, yeah, the marksmans have Car 98s. I mean, it's a rifle. Easy.
For your brains.
Nice.
So I think I think they're liking their stuff. We have a mod that's custom to our community called TSB Assets. It has a lot of cool stuff in it that we've taken from mods that you're not supposed to put on Steam and stuff. So we play around with those nice little things because, you know, I like to get the best for these guys.
Hey, I'm unloading all my ammo for you too.
And they're switching guns too. So, really simple AO. They are down here, they have to go up here. And then I've got some squads that I pre-made just because they're from editor, so they can't loot the uniforms, because I don't want them switching out to guns. But all their kits are custom, all of these guys' kits are custom, they all have the same helmet for PID purposes. And you know, I like building my own kits. It's therapeutic for myself. And we've got one heckin' good AO here, and also we have a lot of IEDs. I tried to put them in logical places. So I've got one like right here because, you know, it's kind of away from buildings. This one's kind of the closest, but, you know, compared to, you know, in the middle of the street right there, there's another one, I think, right over here. Yeah, like I put some really cheeky ones down, but each squad has EOD that can defuse them and even set up their own.
Spare barrel, and you take the extra ammo.
Bravo peak ammo gunner. Yeah, you are.
Oh yeah, no, like the first Durka op was like late 2016 or early 2017. It was a long time ago. But how are you guys doing? You're on your way? Az, get off the damn stream then, if you're gonna come and play. Spoilers! I mean, there's, honestly though, there isn't really much to spoil, because everything's marked on the map anyway, so.
Is that? Yeah, I'm spamming here.
Wait, I got my mic.
Oh, by the way, I forgot to who's GC?
I'm 2SC and I'll probably have to step
Yeah,
up.
you're 2, so you're the only one that gets that gun, and you got 20 spare things of ammo in the car, because you get the Chad gun, so.
Yes.
I got ammo for you.
Oh, Nim took Alpha SL, so she's gonna start barking. She's a good SL. But yeah, let's see. I had to take a quiz for a class today. That class canceled, actually, so I get to relax. Bloodway and I were gonna go to a place called Texas Day Brazil. We got a 20% off coupon, so we're gonna get some noms and come back to my place. My mother is over. We're gonna have a movie night because she finds these really weird, stupid movies, like Lifetime level movies. For those of you who don't know, Lifetime is like a really stupid reality TV channel that makes some of the dumbest movies ever. Like, it's a dumb tradition, but you know, it's good to spend time with family.
This is Delta checking on 50.
Good check, Delta.
Bravo.
And then if you see them over here, that's because I just put their unit stuff over here. I didn't feel like writing the description extension for respawns today because I just wanted them all to spawn in the center of here, so. You know, I don't want a late joiner spawning like right here on his slot just get run over by a car. I'd rather just have an area waypoint right there to make it a little bit easier. Also, I'm going to delete this dude's goggles because littering is, littering's bad in Kai. Yes, the enemy is, and I say it that way because if I say it the real way, YouTube gets really mad at me, so. In the lore, I mean, we can just, while they're gearing up, I can just, we can just go through the tasks here, so.
I mean, go this way.
Oh, I've seen some pretty low budget movies. My favorite one, I forget the name, but it was where they, where it was the tire that just, like, I don't even, moved around, I guess, rolled around and killed people just by staring at them and making their heads explode. That was a pretty funny one. I don't even remember what it was called. Yeah, I don't, it annoys me that YouTube broke part 17, because part 17, like, there were some pretty funny things in 17 that made me give up on life, but, like YouTube just, I don't even know how to describe how it broke it, like, ugh. Just say CiCis, yes. They're fighting CiCis. Isn't CiCis like a low budget pizzeria or something? Like, I don't know. But yeah, let me think. Tomorrow is an off day for me. I'm going to spend it doing a shit ton of video editing because I am super behind on my video editing. So I gotta do that. I might have a development stream. Wednesday will be, I know we'll be streaming late night for 506 op. Thursday we'll be back with Korean War because we're getting like big amounts of people for TSB, and then I'll be on tonight, that night for TMTM. Friday will be both Friday night fight branches. I'm gonna try to ground command one of them, probably in the NA branch. And then Saturday will be another off day for myself. Yeah, Nem, really. When are you building a mission for Friday Night Fight? Nem, I don't want to touch that because that's out of my element, and I'm already busy enough with coursework. I wanted to do more ops today, but I had 4 hours of coursework across 5 assignments for one class that met after the due date that night as a first meeting, and then we're gonna schedule one because it's a purely online class. So I wanted to kill that professor, and I probably will resent him the entire time. But yeah, it was 2 discussion boards, a case study, a FENA homework, and then a quiz off of the homework. It was dumb. It was honestly dumb. That's fair, Nem. I mean, I'll take a look at it one day. I'm the type of guy that I want to try everything at least once, you know? So I'll take a look at it. I'll see what I can do. And from there, we'll go from there. But I'm going to tab out real quick because I think Yanni Finn just gave me his multi. Yep, so if you guys want to see some on-the-ground perspectives today, just do !MULTI. and you will get some. You'll get Outcast's POV and Yanni's POV.
I see Fallujah, I join off.
Here's the thing, since we have
So these are the rules listed out again, if you weren't here 10 minutes ago.
main road to about
Appropriated by
Donnie, no offense, but in life there are some things where you only need to do once. And, that's enough. That is enough.
why don't we like split off around here and have 2 squads go north and 2 squads go this way.
Well, I would agree. For the best unbiased results, do it twice. But there's some things in life I cannot do again. Oh. No, I recovered from it. I was in a good mood today. I had my brain back. We're not going back there.
I don't believe you have to worry about the mission now.
We're not going back there.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Max, you are right on time. Oh, there goes Azariah.
We're all here to make recommendations. Go ahead.
But let's see, this is going to be about a 35-person op. We might have a few people join late to make it a 40-person. It happens. And we'll see how things go from there.
We're just basically guys with guns who are covered in dirt and trying to blow up other guys with guns.
Here, let me text Bloodwing back real quick because we're still talking about takeout.
Okay, so what the fuck are the technical stuff?
Ooh, extra PKM mags for the PK.
Wow, that literally what the infantry screen is
There are
for.
people trying to kill other good people.
No space.
I love listening in the background. They're trying to make like a really good plan for this when this is literally just going to devolve into squads of infantry charging machine guns. I'm okay. Like, I don't want to linger on it, you know? I don't want to think about it.
Where's Charlie?
Charlie Squad League, where are you?
I thought your sponsor wasn't necessarily thrilled about Durkastan. Daz, you're right, but I don't,
He's over here.
that was,
He's over here.
crap. Who didn't like Durka? I think it was, my Logitech guy, but I haven't talked with him in like a year, to be perfectly honest.
He's been in that.
He's not even a squad league.
So, I would consider myself a free agent right now. I just make what the hell I want, and we'll go from there. Travis, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub, my man. I hope you keep enjoying the ups. Hope you get a kick out of this one, and I,
Well, alright.
hope you're staying safe. I'm on COVID, especially right now, man. I mean, we're gonna keep seeing it for another 6 months. You just gotta stay safe, stay healthy, and, stay inside. Play a video game or two. Keep working, keep making money, and, just get through this.
They get ignored.
Ooh, that's harsh. They should have enough people for like 4 squads in ground command at this rate, so
I'm taking the car hostage.
wonder what it is. It's on the VODS channel. You can go look. Which mod set is this? This is TSB main.
Hey, Shockman.
If you want to see what the mod set has, you can go to Discord because I can't bring those into Twitch. This is hi. Send message to IC.
Do we actually have somebody slotted as Charlie Squad Lead or Charlie Team Lead?
I'm not able to check without backing out. So I don't know. Ask people in Charlie.
Charlie's out of an SL, they've got a PKM.
I will admit, starting tomorrow, I'm gonna catch up on the VODs that were I missed from last week because I got stuck uploading both Friday Night Fights on one day, and then I got stuck loading CCO today. So the rest I will we'll have them start uploading tomorrow at 9 a.m. And then this one will probably be released in the PM hours of tomorrow. So. I have no new games to play on PS4. Any suggestions? Excuse me. I've never had a PlayStation. I was an Xbox pleb. Bloodwing was PlayStation. So she used to play Ape Escape all the time on PS2, but not have a save card, so she'd have to play through the beginning and beat it from scratch every time.
we have a 240 and some weird 20 cal.
Correct. The vehicles do not respawn. That's a 14.5 millimeter, and the other one's a 7.62 millimeter.
Cool.
Rearm for them is that vehicle.
So I'm assuming we do it down the MSR.
So here's the deal. Just to look at the AO a bit. I mean, it's just some defensive dudes. Again, I got these squads I'm going to bring in. They're pre-spawn because I don't want them touching the uniforms. I also have this group. Just to set up like that. But depending on their route, I'll be throwing infantry against them. And then we've got, you know, some armed vehicles. They don't have any AT rifles or sticks. They just have grenades. So that is kind of the... how would I put it? The gimmick for today's op is how are they going to maneuver to fight a BTR, BMP, a T-55, and use RHS AT grenades to take them out. So we'll see what happens here, but I'm interested in that. I have not played a Call of Duty game since Black Ops 2. Which, let's be honest, Black Ops 2 was just Christopher Maloney simulator, and I love him because I'm a hardcore Law & Order SVU fan. And then, spoiler, you found out you were Christopher Maloney the entire time.
I mean, I don't even speak it, but I don't know if I'll lose if I don't.
That was good.
Dragon over here.
It was literally Christopher Maloney simulator where you just run up and kill all of the. Sorry. Okay. The reason I love him so much is because Bloodway and I have a running joke on SVU where every time Elliot Stabler, who's his character, like gets really mad and tries to beat up like a pedophile or something, we just call him Stabler Smash, and like it's funny. I don't know. We're children, okay? just Stabler Smash. That's all you need.
You're staying on the right side since you're Charlie.
No. Wait. No, it was Black Ops 3 that was Stabler Smash. Black Ops 2 was a continuation of Black Ops 1. That's my bad. So last game I played was Black Ops 3. That's my bad. You're completely right. I completely skipped 2 and just went straight to 3. 3, I thought... People hate me for saying this, but I thought 3's plot was really good in the sense of if you could understand the complexity of it, it was amazing. I loved what Black Ops 2 did with the different types of endings. But I just love the complexity of Black Ops 3. But, you know, on the surface level, because of, you know, the target audience for that game is like 13-year-olds, let's be honest. Like, they're not going to be able to understand it. But if you take the time to understand the plots behind it, it's pretty damn cool. That's just me. Anyway, players are playing as Middle Eastern Militia. They're going to try to drive out Is out of the town here. I call them that because if I say who they really are, then YouTube has a fit. Not well, I don't want to call them CiCis though, because that's just to make me think of the pizza joint. Hey Jay, thanks for stopping by. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day.
Stay within yelling distance, because if they get outside of that, they're basically screwed. Hey, copy. Bravo, copy.
They've still been trading guns. Alright, I'm gonna...
Did you copy last from ground?
Let's see. All of these, so these, the squad and the team, it's all different pre-made kits. So, you know, I got some SKSs in here. I've got some 9x39 millimeter guns.
Okay, so
I got some, what is it called? You know the submachine gun World War II gun? These are the more advanced versions of it that came out in 1941 and 1943. It's the gun that was abhorrently in Call of Duty World War II that the Germans had, even though it was a Russian submachine gun for some stupid reason. Yeah, we got those. PPSH, that's it. Thank you. Why they have uniforms?
Come on, this is Bravo.
These are the uniforms defaultly given to the Is faction.
The biggest thing we're gonna be
the state faction. And then I gave them all
we do not.
the same helmet. It looks like I missed a helmet, though. So, whoops.
Yes, we can. Ground command to high.
This is high. Send message.
High, do you have any idea of what the biggest target we're going to be finding going up against is?
Do you mean objectively or like vehicle-wise?
Vehicle-wise.
No, but I can assure you your AT grenades will be able to destroy them because I've tested them.
Copy.
And that's all you gotta know. So again, I had these pre-spawned again because I don't want them looting the weapons of uniforms.
Squads. Who didn't pick up a Vic?
Delta did not pick up a Vic.
Let's see how things go.
Alpha and Charlie were supposed to get a Vic. Who got their Vic?
Alpha has a hard point up ahead.
So I can literally just deploy them in spots that are out of their vision, and I can just set up patrols. Because again, being a Zeus, it's all about making sure they have a good time, but, you know, doing things in a logical manner and going from there. Also, I've completely forgotten, even though I finalized this mission file 2 hours ago, I forgot where I put half my IEDs. All I remember is I put them in spots where they would kind of be out of the way of buildings and stuff, which was a little tough to do. So if we hear random explosions, that's because of that. And they don't have any way to, they don't have any metal detectors and stuff, so... yeah, this should be fun. But also, I literally just use what's given to me as templates, and then I build off of them. Plus, it's better for PID. So, you know, they're fighting guys with some more standardized uniforms, helmets.
Oh, no, not randos, I got guns.
Oh, and because I almost forgot, let's go ahead and set our skill. 90, 35, 50, 50 is my
you have enemies 50 meters down the road.
skill.
You haven't spotted us yet. Pushing to engage. Ground copies.
Yeah, no, I loved Black Ops 2's follow-up to Black Ops 1. And I love the complexity of Black Ops 3, but... yeah, anyway, so we got some guys. This means they're getting shot in the chest and getting wounded. They have to hit them in the head or legs to really knock them out in 1 or 2 shots. But it also makes them a bit tankier, so they don't just go down in 1 hit, you know? Because they're fighting dudes with body armor and helmets, and these guys are just a militia. So as long as they use their overwhelming numbers, they'll be okay. But if they don't, one-on-one, they'll probably lose fights. So this means they have to, since there's no scopes and stuff, they have to maneuver up to the guys they're fighting. And go from there. So, yeah, this guy was just bandaging. But yeah, they can eventually take him out. But again, that body armor will let them tank a lot of punishment. So these guys really don't want to stay in the open, like what Dowling is right now. But yeah, you just drop that guy. So the reason you're seeing guys knock unconscious and then go into the death animation is an ace feature. I don't have ace unconscious on. Actually, I do. It's just when they go ace unconscious, it kills them. The reason I don't like ace unconscious is there's a notorious bug with ace where if you knock a guy unconscious from a static,
Alpha has that contact.
they will before they wake up and go back on the static to show that they're awake, they'll still shoot from the static. So you'll end up fighting vehicles that have dudes on the statics on the back of them that they look like they're down or dead, but the gun still shoots. And it's real, like, it was such a pain in the ass to deal with. And,
Ground command, this is Bravo. Be advised, going to move straight west.
back when I worked under Luton and stuff, and even after Luton left and did his own thing, I would still run into that bug, so just ever since I don't touch it, because I hate it.
Ground copies.
This is Delta. We made it to the main intersection.
And...
holding here for now.
Take care of the AT guy. Boom is down. Turn around, make sure.
that's their medic that's out. I don't know what just went off over here. Maybe they ran into an IED, but I didn't put any IEDs over here. Like, not in... again, the IEDs are in parts of town like this where they're not near any buildings. So I don't know what got them. I think it might have been a bad frag. Who knows? Anyway, squads are pretty scattered right now. Yeah, so they're not landing any hits on these guys because you're not even seeing any blood. So, boom, they just got that headshot.
Squad leads, keep your marks on the map.
But these guys are really
updating them so ground knows where
badly
you are.
stagnant. These guys just had to get out to shoot a dude. And then, yeah, that noise is that 9x39. That's the base ammo for like a VSS or the AS Val. Yeah, so these guys are getting pinned down because of that Dishka. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull this BTR-40 out because these positions aren't meant to be cleared by a single position here. They're meant to be, you know, cleared by multiple squads coming out. Oh, it might actually be the AT-4 guy shooting at them. Yeah, so they just, the AT-4 guy just brought down a building. So yeah, no, they're using the AT-4s against the infantry now. Interesting.
This is Bravo.
Yeah, so Railbird just got shot out of that Vic.
Probably a Dishka.
He's got sniped by an Uzi right here. That medic just went down, but yeah, because they had a wide concave, one squad came up to the position right here and got pretty badly screwed. But yeah, like we need to hear a little more communication here with the squads.
Team leads to get up there with the AT grenade and take it out. Be advised, not.
But yeah, I mean they could
small arms fire over. Copy.
They gotta have someone run up an AT grenade just to just snipe them out, and then they could use it. Yeah, they're having Caleb hit him. There we go. He just they just shot him and he's grabbing himself.
Multiple men down. Not sure how many I have down. My medic's also down. Trying to.
Driver just got out.
Rog.
Alright, I'm gonna send another group of 4 up. They've got different weaponry. It's just like a fire team.
Way ahead of us.
You guys try to sneak around over here.
Squad lead down. Machine gunner picked up the radio, waiting for him to get back up. We're currently sitting at...
So they got that hard point mostly cleared here. I'm gonna RC this guy and take some pot shots at him from the rear.
I think we're sitting by the GC big marker.
That was pretty good. So they could, yeah, totally take that and use it. I do have written in their tasks, at least for the rule set, that they're allowed to take enemy equipment, just nothing to mess with PID, but like they've got medical and grenades and smokes in their inventories they can take, and they can take vehicles if they want. And if they have questions about it, they can always ask me on 5-0, so. You know, it is entirely up to them.
Delta, move up to the check to be perpendicular to the checkpoint, over.
This is Alpha, we're going to assist Bravo.
So worst comes to worst, I can always push this vehicle out.
Bravo, hold your position and wait for the rest of the squads to move up to your position. Hey, firm, will do.
Yep, they're taking that Vic. That's, again, not a bad call. I gotta be careful, though, because I do have guys with AT, and they've been pretty big jerks with them. Having the mod, though, where they, like, they grab at themselves, and you'll, if you take a hit to the vest, you'll grab it yourself, too. You won't be able to fire. That's really added a new level of playability for these ops, and I've been making a new meta out of it. It's really, really nice.
Maybe.
Tanaka, you do whatever you want, but I am not commanding in CC08. that was gonna be a one-time thing. Oh god. Oh god. No. I can't do that again. I'm not strong enough. just put me in the Incredibles me. All right, looking back at the action here. So most of the players are still with this one position. We got one squad over here. That was Alpha pushing around, so they're pulling back. Let's see, these guys have cleared that first exclamation point position. They're optional. I think they're going to go for that one, too.
Guys, move internal. Move east. Move east.
And what I'm going to do, since no one is here to see this, I'm going to copy, hard paste. It still bugs me that Whale calls it a deep copy. It just sounds so, like, weird. But I'm going to send this thing up, and hopefully these infantry can go up and support it. But again, trying to lock this MSR down, so they have to move up with AT grenades to deal with it. Jay, don't say hard copy, please. Please, for the love of God. Alright, so I got a TP Slushy to Holy, so let's go ahead. We can select Slushy. I can hit Holy, hit F, teleport players, type SL for Slushy, and then boom, he's right there. But I do love how VCOM, that latest update, I've been seeing VCOM AI like use AT4s against infantry now. They would use RPGs again.
All squad leads be advised, I've put some go-to markers on the map. Please try and get your squad to those positions.
BTR blew up to its own IED.
Find where you are on the map. Just get there and stay there.
Lamau.
We're in a hold position until we're all regrouped.
Hey, Bravo is holding.
Charlie's one.
Oh, he's even got it out. Good grenade throw, got that machine gunner down. This guy with an AT4 is just looking around. He has it prepped too. Oh, shush, Jay. I just, No, wait, no, yes, call it a hard copy. Don't call it a deep copy. I'm sorry. I'm losing my mind. VCOM's always been good to use crypto. I just used, I have a lot of things in its config changed to how I like it, but I like it more than Lambs because Lambs takes way too much control out of a Zeus, but Lambs is really good if you're doing like purely a mission file. It is second to none in terms of what it can make the AI do, but it just takes too much control away from the Zeus. Furthermore, having them reinforce on foot with Lambs is super slow. Players will always outmaneuver Lambs AI. In that sense. I know, Jay. I know, I'm horrible. I'm scatterbrained when I Zeus. I'm sorry. It's because I've got a... Oop! More AT just went off. That was, So we got loot in here. They might be trying to loot guns. But again, I put all the ammo in the uniforms of the enemy. That way they can't take the uniform out. Because when you put stuff in Eden Editor, players for some reason can't take stuff out of people's, or AI's uniforms. So I use that to my advantage if I don't want them to loot stuff. Matt, no. No. No deep copy, please. I can't handle it. Gosh, that sounds lewd. Why are we getting lewd in this channel now? Lambs puts invisible helipads on the players to help with the scripts. I mean, I can just put an invisible helipad as a Zeus if I want to force my chopper to do something. But again, Lambs has, like again, second to none in what the scripts are capable of, but VCOM is a lot more Zeus friendly, and that's why I prefer VCOM.
Medic needs to head south.
Jay, we're not doing the harems, man. Come on. Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. No more. And again, if I want to spawn more infantry, I got these groups over here to group out. Hard copy, paste.
Delta to GC
so, Crypto, the reason you have serious lag when you use VCOM is because you gotta disable their ability to auto-generate waypoints, because they'll generate like 50 waypoints, and that's what causes the lag. So you just disable that feature and boom. Works like a charm. Who tapped me on the shoulder?
Copy, thank you.
Yeah, what do you want?
TP up and ready, please. Stand fast.
Okay. Use side chat, because I can't hear people locally to my character anymore since TFAR beta. Let's see. Again. we select Cane of Canes, we go into here, and then we can just teleport them up. Whoops.
Alpha, can you send 2 guys back to the command Vix to grab the second vehicle that we have?
Now, if I want to be a jerk, I can always go into the state. I can go into APCs.
Might be able to pick up the second vehicle if you need. I'll let Charlie do it.
I'm gonna put a BTR right there just to be a jerk.
Okay, then Charlie, send 2 guys to grab the other Vic.
For legal reasons, that's a joke. Yeah, right? I love using that line. Don't you love the day and age
As soon
that
as
is
Charlie has
2020?
their guys at the Vic, we're gonna move up.
It's something, all right. All right, so now let's go ahead and go on body deletion duty here, taking care of things that are behind the players and aren't going to be touched. But the bodies still in front of them we'll keep alive for immersion, but you know, the ones that are kind of tucked away in alleys, I'll go ahead and delete a few of those. Now, the reason I don't like garbage cleanup scripts is because I have way too many bad memories of Lutenops, where when he ran his garbage scripts and we were bone dry on AT because he would spam vehicles at us sometimes, I'd be running up to a dude with an RPG and I would watch it get deleted in front of me because of the garbage cleanup script. And that happened twice, and I think a third time, but I have 2 that I vividly remember because right after that got deleted, we were mass cas and completely wiped, and I was so pissed.
Just Bravo to ground command. Send.
What's my favorite off-brand show? Someone asked what my favorite movie was earlier. I don't really have a favorite movie. Favorite,
Confirm, we have taken out the first roadblock.
AFM, good copy. I'm calling medic.
Probably it's a CiCis. I can never pronounce it right, but in the US market it's called Vampire Vix. That's because Bloodwing does a really good cosplay job, and I'm gonna leave it at that. By the way, guys, always, if you can, date a cosplayer. They can make your dreams come true, and I'm gonna... That's all you need to know. Now watch this. I'm gonna RC this dude. We can hear them talking, so I can be a jerk.
Next to the command.
This is Delta to ground. Once you get up here, we need your support. We're getting low on ammo. How copy?
Ground copies.
I think I heard Slushy just talk about the IED he put there, so... Dang. Oh my gosh, Slash! I love watching that Friday Night Fights where 2 people literally walk right by each other without seeing them. Like, I love that. But dang, I was trying to bait one of them to step on that IED. I was not successful, I'm afraid. Oh well, we tried. Alright, they're moving by some more bodies here, so I'll delete a few of them. Oop, didn't realize Risen was right there. Usually I try to make sure players are sticking with their groups, but that's okay. Now, if any of these guys need ammo, they just got to coordinate with Command and go to the Command Vic, who also has a bunch of ammo in there, so... That's all good. Geez, we're at the 30-minute mark, and they're within striking distance of the FOB, so I'm gonna spawn a bunch of teams here. And I still have that BTR 60 I can push up. I'm gonna send in some teams to stall. I can also put an off-road in. Let's see where we capture state. I can also do a 1-1-3. I did test those, but I decided against them because they're easy to shoot the dude out of, but I can make that work. Plus, that'll cut off that line, and that means this group will have to maneuver, or they'll have to maneuver a different way, because I'm trying to just stop them from using those obvious routes. Do I speak any Japanese? No, but my brother, he's taken multiple years of Japanese. He's been to Japan. He's got the experience there.
Hey, Alpha, do you want our thing to go front because we have a shield and you don't? Go nuts. Keep up.
This is Delta to DC. We have a Emo 1-3 pushing us from the northern checkpoint, north of Delta marker. How copy?
Ground copies. Delta, we're on. We're getting to your position to provide ammo.
I just damaged my turret, the high hell. Literally just relying on ricochet now. And I pulled off of that Durka. Calem's getting back on the gun probably to finish him off.
M113 disabled.
Alright. Oh, that's funny, the grass cutters got added. That's okay. They've done their job. Alright, let's get a full squad in here. Let's spawn some backup up here. This is kind of funny not remembering where my IEDs were, because we had a BTR-60 trip one. I'm like, oh yeah, I put one there.
Bravo.
Whoops.
MG ahead.
Bravo, send. Where do you want us heading off to, since we're just going to start heading down the east side?
Let's see, I can throw down this
MSR.
60.
You're supposed to be roughly south of Alpha's position on the MSR.
Still got my position back there.
Can all squad leads please update their markers on the map?
That should be good. Easter eggs that go boom. You never know.
This is GC. This is Delta to GC. When can we pick up ammo?
Ooh, that sounds like the... Ooh, they just got 18. That was, how was this guy? See, doesn't have his anymore. Where did it roll off to? But that was a 14.5mm technical. Got put up on its own and, yeah, just taken out by the, by that one dude, so big ouch. Oh yeah, this one squad's about to be bottlenecked really hard because they have just walked into a pincer maneuver.
This is Delta, our mark is
and they're gonna have a really tough time getting out of there because they are, again, up on their own. So now if you really want to be a jerk as is used, you can take some of the rear elements and pull them over like this. And that'll force the AI to kind of sprint in. See how they're moving immediately?
Bravo to command.
That's if you want to be a jerk.
We just overshot a little bit heading back to the south.
I sometimes do that. Let's see, Hunter's been knocked out. He's down. Yeah, so I did say in the beginning I want them to move up as a large group, and these guys moved to a fortified position by themselves, and this is Alpha again. They were up on their own on the northern side. See, the rest of the player base is all the way back here. And we have the other technical moving up. That's very risky. Yeah, we got this entire force now trying to come around and take these guys out. That was, I thought that was 18, but that was actually a 9x39 shot. And we got this machine gunner now shooting at the technical. He's even... I thought he was actually bipoded, but that wasn't the case. So Yanni pushed out, he got shot to hell too. Body's ragdolling a little bit of a funny way. But yeah, these guys have pushed way ahead. Looks like Frost just died.
Charlie, is your marker accurate?
Yeah, give me a second, I'll call you in. Ground, this is high, we have a reinsert, so at your earliest convenience.
Ground copies.
But yeah, I personally love making missions that deal with this level of players try to run in and, you know, a single squad tries to do a part of an objective and it doesn't work out. Because I don't want one squad dominating everything, because if you have one squad dominate everybody, then it doesn't really become fun anymore for everyone else that shows up on the server. You know, you gotta try to cater everyone, and that means, you know, make objectives that if a squad goes up to do it on their own, they'll get fucked.
Charlie copies,
But then that gives them the stigma of they won't do that anymore. And sometimes that's just what you gotta do. Jay, I don't spam Artie. That died with Luton when he left.
Way too many shots. Oh,
Be advised, Bravo is on Bravo mark.
Alex, you gotta shoot him in the head, buddy. That's not the head. But yeah, players like to center mass, and I took that away. Again, if we were to quickly go to tasks, mission notes, I even say right here, enemies will have vests on, so aiming for the head or limbs would be the better idea. Headshots insta-kill, limbs 2 to 3, vest 4 to 8, depending on your gun. But yeah, no, that squad is, I think, wiped. Because again, on their own. I didn't remote control anything, I just used my AI. Because the rest of the players are all the way back here, so shrug. I'm not afraid to do that, because if you let the one squad keep doing it, they just get in the stigma of, oh, we can do anything, and, you know, that's not fun for all the other people that have shown up to play.
All squads keep heading west. To the next checkpoint, over.
AFM, Bravo copies.
Calum's run past. These guys have smoke grenades. Someone just tried to advance throw that thing. Fun fact. I even say, also do not advance throw them, they'll blow your hands off for the AT grenades. That's not the right type of grenade. Yeah, so Calum's baiting it. These guys have to run up and do something, but the regular RGDs that they have aren't the ones that'll do it. It's a RHS AT grenade. That... You threw that 3 meters and probably just hurt Skelly a lot more. Calum got blown away over there. I'm gonna pull this away because they are trying to AT it, so you know, at least alleviate the pressure here. We just saw some more KIAs, and you're gonna see all these guys start to bleed out. TP to Holy Light, so we got a lot of people back here. Holy Light's up here. So yeah, they also have smoke grenades, and they're not using them, so... Again, give them all the tools they need to succeed, but... They still have to succeed.
All squads, be advised, keep up the screen that we were attending to originally. Do not proceed towards contacts. If you engage contact, engage them, but keep moving and break off contact.
See, now we got some smokes being popped. They're blowing with the wind. It looks like it's going a little to the west, so they gotta deal with that. Jeez, man, I'm sorry to hear that. But yeah, you gotta... In the real world, maneuvering in an urban environment is one of the most dangerous things you can do. You really just have to stick with as many bodies as you can, because otherwise it's gonna be a shit show. So now ground's kind of arrived here a little too late. All of them are dead. And they're just up here checking with their other technical. I think they at least get risen up. But I think by now someone in that checkpoint would have spotted these vehicles over here, so I'm going to send these guys up to do a bit of a counterattack.
Delta, GC Delta, ISIS BTR marker. Updated.
BTR's up here.
Ground command copies. Delta, try and break contact with the
Okay, this is easy.
BTR,
literally. You can just go off the corner And it'll blow up. And if it doesn't blow up, I'll literally end key it. I'm trying to be nice. So, dying, these are the two guys that would have the AT grenades.
This is 2IC, first floor of reinsert.
Oh, dying, that's a very silly place to go.
Fuck you, I got it.
Yeah, so that first one, see? It made him bail out. That's all they need to do, see? One and done. And there it goes on the cook-off. Didn't even end key it.
This is Delta, meet Durkastan.
So again, not even a full squad's pulled up here. They're a detachment off of a different squad that have come up to a fortified, like, I don't get it. I don't get it. And there goes Blood getting blown away by the Dishka.
No, okay.
See, why? I don't know why. Sending a single squad to go where the single squad already got wiped. It's less than a squad. It's a partial and... I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they can use their brain one day. I know, he wasn't saying it to me, though, because I don't speak on local. I think he was speaking to these other guys to do it.
All squad leads check in if you're alive.
Yeah, comms have been a little messy. I didn't say that it was one life. But I didn't say it was multi-life either, but I implied it as this being the reinsert vehicle, the command Vic, to deliver reinserts. Oh dear, Shockman.
GC Delta.
Oh, he saved himself.
Mark is updated and accurate.
AIR bandaging, you still got a few stragglers here, but... Now, so you got two squads and the vehicle coming up with more QRF up there to save them.
Ground command copies.
Alright, I saw that vehicle. Put the IED and run away! Alright, QRF has arrived. Dragon just died. But yeah, comms have broken down and now all momentum's broken down. That's something I always notice in ops. All because the one squad Alpha who was speaking a lot died because they pushed up far ahead because no other squad was really coordinating with them. And this is where we are. That gun's super duper quiet. I mean, Dishka's right here. If they just go at a different angle like what this squad's doing, then they'll be A-okay. You hear Badger?
Around here, some work on him. I gotta go. Cool. Have fun. Let's go. Have fun.
So his squad's moving around. These guys would probably... This guy would hear that.
Bravo red team lead to Bravo squad lead.
Press the compound here, guys.
Nishka's reloading. I don't think Gaz knows that, though, but he's got his handgun out. I'm gonna have him get off because he got shot. Again, trying to be nice. And he just got shot in the back of the head. Alright, so by now, the main HQ would probably send a squad of QRF down there. Gotta be careful at the angle where I put them, though.
Hold your frags.
Don't me up. Don't me up.
And we hear those guys take shots. I'll spawn another squad from the main base and put them out. But yeah, at the main base, we got a BMP, we got a T-55, I've got a cute little gun car right here with a PKM on top. And I do have a Cord UAZ Right there. Those are pretty dang cool.
This is Charlie SL. We have 3 times reinsert waiting at base. Four times reinsert. 5 times.
That's gonna go up to like 7. Yeah, this guy's been camping his IED. Darn you, Lee Enfield. I got that squad going down as QRF. There's some shots being given over there as well. Again, this was an op where they would either steamroll if they had really good communication, or they would struggle with because of a lack of communication.
Copy. All squads hold around the crossroads.
What's the Badger saying?
We're gonna regroup there and reorganize the convoy.
Yeah, there's some gunshots right here. They're gonna reorganize the I think he just means reorganize his units. But these guys do have to be careful. I do have an IED like smack dab in the middle of the road right there. Yeah, I'm not gonna send anything in this area because if they want to maneuver around, I mean that's a good strat. But if these guys come under contact, I might send like 1 more squad down in that direction. You guys want goats? Okay. Okay. We'll do some goats because it does fit the operation. We'll put them right in the middle of the base. That's what the boyos are eating. So they've got that. They're shooting the IED. Amazing. Okay. Well, I gave them defusal kits. See, here's the thing. I'll give them defuse. Oh! Dueler stepped on one.
Off my last on the IED.
One group is fine. The other group, that was one of the tough ones though, because I put on a part of the road where there's a little bit of dirt, so it blended in really well.
It has been done.
Copy.
And Big, unfortunately, he only fired 1 shot. AI fired 3.
The map on north of the checkpoint. Get to those positions. That is how we are going to be moving out from now on. How copy?
There's a lot of groups that are just kind of scattered over here dealing with infantry. I don't know what this squad's all about. They've been getting pretty badly screwed here.
Alpha Delta, we're coming up on your southeast.
I cannot believe IEDs are one of those things where, you know, it'll never be touched or a lot of them will end up being used. It's no in between. Now, I'm going to be a jerk and add a 2nd internal patrol just so I, you know, now that a lot of units have died, I have them resources to kind of make something like that. Yeah, all the little towers are garrisoned. These guys have to be careful because they've got some dudes out right here. These guys go react to those shots. That squad's not on net. No one's stepping up to take the role. Again, they only have short ranges, the squad leader and TL.
If you are alive. I don't need your status update. I just need to know.
Now Ground's trying to rally comms here.
Okay, all squad leads on the map.
So I do have a single T-55. This is like kind of my boss unit.
Marker of how you're supposed to be. Get to that position to regroup.
The U.S. isn't gonna show up. I do mention the ANA in the operation note, but it's just to say that, you know, this was controlled by ANA, but ANA got driven out. ANA is the local defense group for these guys.
We're at Delta Mark accurate.
Medic just got shot.
Ground, this is Alpha.
I will say, in terms of balance, I mean, this was perfectly what I wanted.
We cannot cross.
And I know for a fact I'm gonna get complaints because one squad wasn't able to do everything. Because you know, some squads get in that mindset, but no, this was perfect for what I wanted. Now we have, let's see, 2 squads of dudes up here.
Ground command.
One kind of loose over there, and another squad partially reinserting.
We cannot cross this open area. How do you want to proceed?
Nim's getting mad because ground isn't complying with her.
Right now, hold position and wait for.
But sometimes the AI will get stuck in these areas, so I just pull them out like this.
All squad leads, be advised. I've now just redone the where we're supposed to.
Do I have a scoreboard? What, from the P menu? No,
and that's where we're going to regroup before.
I don't do that because again, like, it's the stigma of if you put that down, players were like, oh, I'm better than you because I got more kills. Well, that's not what this is about. I prefer just the community aspect of working together and having fun, which was reflected on my how I commanded Saturday. And
we can't help you with that if we don't know where the hell you are.
That's good.
you know, when I was a militiaman in Durkastan, we had a problem with our statics. You see, we wanted to be able to put them above walls, but every time we tried, gravity would take them down. So I thought, what if we get a blowtorch and we basically light the bottoms of the tripod with the blowtorch, and we'll lighten them. And that way, they can raise on air. And we can also blowtorch the bottom of our shoes so we can stay lifted with the dishka. And everyone thought that was a great idea. And that's actually what you're seeing now, because that was about, like, 10 years ago. And even then, this strategy is still used. And the real reason, guys, I have no fucking idea what the hell I'm witnessing right now. But hey, I guess it just works. Welcome to Arma. Also, that's going to be really uncomfortable because his dick is, like, right on the top of that. Like, that's pointed. You know, with a little bit of a restroom right there. But that guy... Oh, he's of Asian descent. Okay, there's nothing to squish then. Okay, no, we figured it out.
Alright, we need to find the rest of our guys. Oh, there they are. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's not.
Oh, they're actually backpacking it too. Yeah, because I don't have most of them using backpacks. So I do love seeing people take the taking what they can get and, adapting with it. I love that. I just hate it when I make an op and I try to make gunplay off of the bounce they have and they just take the enemy guns. I hate that specifically, so I try to nerf that while I still give them other things they can take. Statics, in my opinion, are the most underutilized thing in Arma 3 for player bases. But when they are used, they give you such a firepower advantage. So you just engage a guy over here. That does give me an excuse to go send some guys over in that direction. So I'm going to send a fire team to start. Just the gunshots over there, so I'll send them by that dead body. And then we'll go from there. But otherwise, some other bodies here. Let's go ahead and
this is Delta.
keep them clean, because this is Fallujah after all, and Fallujah can be a very laggy mess. Yeah, comms again, non-existent. He's the living compass.
Is it not Triple R?
Well, let's be honest, Crypto. You can't really do underwater stuff because Ace doesn't really work underwater. Vanilla, sure, but like no one uses vanilla.
Here in the open field, waiting for these guys to come and shoot us. Please stop micromanaging your squads. Let's go.
Okay, yeah. We're gonna take a right and then go up to the...
Hey, FUD chat, I'll let them know you're here.
The purple marker that Frost made.
Thank you.
All squads get into the formation and let's head out.
Brown, this is high. Just let you know you got 2 reinserts back at base.
Ground copies.
Well, there's nothing to prove wrong, Jay. That's something no single person can solve. It's a fact, Underwater is definitely the most underutilized concept. I've done underwater stuff here and there, but you also have to consider people don't want to walk around and op on the ground for 10 hours, you know, to have like 1 or 2 bouts of action. Same goes for underwater. Just underwater, you're a lot slower, and you're just listening to scuba sounds. Like, even the ship sabotage op I did, people found the, like, you know, 10 minutes of going up to the ship to blow it up boring.
Be advised, we have redone the plan for attacking the ISIS base. Please,
hey, Sammy, I appreciate that. I hope you keep enjoying it.
Off that.
I think Blood, they said he went AFK, but now he DC. Probably had some IRL come up.
Alpha copies.
I went to grab... These guys have gone way around, which is a little annoying. I wanted them to go directly there, so we might have had them run into this group, but they'll probably get there. Let's see. Alex disconnected. He was part of Alpha. He was one of the guys complaining that they were taking too many bullets to kill, even though I listed out the exact bullet ratios you needed. Looks like Blood's coming back. All right.
Round, are we able to move out now, or...?
The most important thing you have to do as a Zeus is take feedback at the end of every op. I guess I should say one of, because I always say things are the most important, but, you know, just having that connection with your players so they trust you in ops, you know? Don't be afraid to go up and talk to a mid-op either if something's broken that, you know, needs to be locally fixed. Looks like Nim is a little mad, probably because Ground told her to do something she didn't want to do, but again, they're going up on their own, and... I am not going to let them take this base on their own. I will RC a vehicle and shoot at them. Because that's, again, if they weren't able to take a little, what do we call it, checkpoint on their own, how do you think they're going to take the FOB on their own? But it's okay. I don't blame Nim because communication isn't really working. What? Do you just... Okay. But yeah, always take feedback from your players, but know what feedback to use and what feedback you shouldn't use.
Alpha's engaged.
Alright, now I have an excuse. And these guys are still dealing with... So who do I have that isn't redeployed over here? I'm going to take all my loose guys... and send them around. I'm going to take this car, since that sounds close to the FOB. They're going to get curious about that. So I just recopy and repaste because that was placed in Eden. But I'm going to pull that puppy up. They took out the Dishko, which was good. And let's just go back here. Control-Shift-C, Control-Shift-V. Zeus's best friend. And put a squad right there ready to lock them down if they try to climb the wall. Because we can identify that gunshots are originating here, so if I just put the team right there, then it's A-okay. Furthermore, I'm going to pull this guy out. It's going to take him a hot second to learn how to drive. Also, he's got a scope on that thing. Isn't that ridiculous? Oh, baby. Oh, lost my ability to... Yep. If you ever are ordering a vehicle around, you lose your ability to waypoint them, that means they're dead. Fun fact. Alright, let's go ahead, clean up some of the bodies that are out in the corner here. I like leaving the vehicle wrecks, though. I just shut the gunner out. Alright, let the AI take care of that. Oh, they're charging. Ooh, they stole an AT-4. Got them to bail, but yeah, QRF has now come into play. I'm gonna have these guys, since they're on the outer perimeter, come around. I'll have this fit come around. Let's get the There's no issue with TeamSpeak, just no one's communicating. Here, let me check in TeamSpeak. I'm not seeing any mass disconnects either. Hooray, maybe a mini DDoS, but yeah, these guys are getting pretty shot up. Oh, yep, nope, there's the mass disconnecting. Yeah, I'm not sure if someone's been DDoSing us or something stupid has been happening, but not like there was much squad-to-squad communication anyway.
Out inside the compound.
There's a T-55 working our way.
These guys are refusing to maneuver, so I'm gonna break them apart.
Inside the compound.
Yep, I gave you AT grenades. Good luck.
All squads be advised, there is a tank within the compound.
Galen just tried to suicide charge it.
Be advised, Delta is just getting chewed up right now.
Yeah, some of them charged that BMP. I don't know what building this was, but maybe they didn't see it. I'm probably gonna keep that T-55 right there. And we still have a squad over here that's way behind. I don't know.
Copy, Delta. Can you mark your position on the map?
Medic is down. Delta is next to the 2.
Heard AT get fired. I think it was a big miss.
Output, get to Delta's position and assist them.
But yeah, again, having one squad charge in ahead of the others doesn't really work.
Our squad leader
Delta's now 1/4 effective.
We are currently engaged at the main entrance to the compound.
I don't even know where that AT came from or got launched. But yeah, it turns into a matter of one squad charges in and then all the other squads follow suit. And it can get very, very messy. But they're still making their ground here.
You guys can get eyes on that, where that tank is. Can you mark it on a map?
Just right there.
Be advised, Delta is becoming surrounded inside the compound. We are on the southwest side of the compound, right where the broken wall and the fence is.
This is Bravo to ground command.
Bravo send.
Are we allowed to acquire AC?
Yes.
There's the bitching. They jab, I jab back. So Dowling's come up. We still have these guys out over here. No, we're not making the... There's no reason to make the BMP into an IED. You got this flanking team that's over here now. I mean, that's what you want to do in this situation. You want to spread your units out. Go there accordingly. But we got guys now just trying to deal with these mass cases.
What's going on?
And I've also seen a very big lack of smoke. But, you know, here's the second time I think I'm seeing some smoke grenades getting popped. But all of them were given smoke grenades. All of them were given frag grenades.
This is Bravo, we are inside the compound.
2 apiece.
We need a medic on our Delta's position.
Bravo, get to Delta Delta's position and assist them.
That tank is definitely still
I have
active.
no idea where my medic
I'm not
is.
moving it because I'm trying to be nice to him.
Be advised, we have another man down, not from our squad, named Hunter. Critical.
Gotta be careful with that because that's just gonna attract the bullets. Yeah, that's a tank.
Someone had me here.
Why did the medic go out and drag him? That was... You don't want to have your medic risk something like that. But yeah, this is an op where comms were... Yeah.
No shit, Sherlock.
Can I know where it was?
Between the small barracks buildings.
Marked on map.
Notice those guys weren't moving, so I'm just repositioning them. See, another thing
Be
you
advised,
gotta realize is the
Delta
first attack
squad
you
lead
do,
dead,
all the
Delta machine gunner
patrols
taking
in
over.
these areas will hold to the first push of contact, so that's really exposed this flank for units to come up and push, but again, all these guys have pushed the Mascaz instead.
All squads update their marker on the map.
But I'm gonna get in this tank and be a jerk.
And when I mean squads, I mean where your squad lead is.
Because we just saw a bunch of dudes come up from back there, so...
GC reads, send your...
Copy, we got about
I'm gonna hit the front of
people
it so it
to,
shouldn't hurt them,
4 or
but...
5, basically half a dozen people who can get into license space. At this point, it'll take
Did
us
that
like
just take out...
15 minutes to walk there. Do you want us to go ahead and start, or wait?
Oh, it took the bunker out.
This is Alpha. Something blew up our cover just now.
Yeah, that would be the
Still
tank.
active. He's next to the last
Skelly just
barracks
ran
building,
up and
dismounted
IED'd
at
it!
least one person.
Skelly just suicide to save everybody!
Thank you, squad.
But Delta is pulling out of the compound. We are in too much of a critical condition.
Oh my god!
Copy.
Wow. Wow, I mean, if it works. If it works. We still have a squad, part of a squad back there.
Down.
It was a good martyr play. I agree, a good martyr play. Yeah, most of these guys are down because, yeah, charging BMPs and tanks isn't really the smartest thing to do. Except if you're the one IED guy that has a, I don't think I gave him dead man switches. I gave him phones. Actually, I could have given him dead man. I might have. I think I did give him dead man switches, so, yeah. Crap, I forgot. Let me quickly check inventories here.
Advised, Delta has pulled out of the compound.
I'm pretty sure I
updated our
did.
marker.
Yes, I totally did. It's a legit play. But yeah, now you're seeing mass disconnects from people who have died again. Because one squad pushing an objective on their own. That's not a good call. Just heard something explode.
Ground command at 2IC.
But with the amount of casualties and disconnects, you know what? That would be meta. It would be more so they go up here where those gunshots are going.
I'm one of them.
Copy.
Yeah, I did not mean for this op to be this brutal, but at the same time, I'm not surprised with the tactics that I've seen.
Basically along that exact same path.
Again, you're watching one dude just get headshots on guys with his gun, so... I don't know.
This is Charlie. We have 3 re-insets back at base.
Wow, this car got flipped.
Start walking along the original line.
Yeah, they got the BTR-40 going back on its known route to bring dudes back. I'm gonna go ahead and delete that guy because I think he's stuck in a building. I'm gonna go ahead and delete these bodies as well.
BTR-40 has space for 7, so we can do 7 at a time.
Naps ran out on his own, probably got killed by this guy in the bunker. And some of these guys are getting shot back by just dudes on the tower and whatnot. But yeah, we got these guys now going over to that little group. But again, the main drawback today was just lack of communication. And with that, lack of coordination, because when they don't communicate properly, squads try to get things done on their own block, and if you design an op that is very difficult for a squad to take a position on their own,
Bravo Alpha.
usually you end up in this situation.
Be advised, we're holding our position. We're getting overrun. We might be drawing out enemy forces. Over.
But, you know, I've stopped spawning stuff.
Delta is firing into the compound at targets
Only
we see
pulling
running
from
around.
other
We're gonna
areas,
try to finish them
and
out
we're
before we
going
re-enter.
from there.
This is Bravo, I see being inside the compound. I don't know if has been
Red just
neutralized or
got
not.
shot to shit. Don't know from what angle, though. Probably from these 4 guys pulling around.
Alpha, can you mark
But
our
I don't have any vehicle assets left, so it's just up to them to now pick a different vector and go in.
There's me.
Yeah, just come down here. I'll be downstairs, all the way at the bottom.
Okay, so Remedy is dead. Just want to make sure.
One of the most important things in Arma 3 is good communication. Even if your enemies are on your net, at least getting them to places is important. Yeah, so these guys on their own getting pushed in one-on-one fights here. Technically, they're fighting dudes that have better body armor than them, so they gotta go for the head. Dueler's getting vest hits here. There we go. So that was about 4 to 5 shots. I was counting the blood splatters. For every gunshot, there was a blood splatter. So we saw 3 in that first part of the burst, and the second burst had 2 more, and then it dropped.
Bravo, this is Delta. How copy?
But he's using a gun that has a small caliber, so... Ooh, you see his bullets went to the right there? He still was able to get a hit or 2 on him, so that was good, but...
Alpha, are you inside the compound?
Big ouch. And then we got this group. Why do we have...
This is 2IC to whichever squad lead is running back as re-insert.
Delta, yeah.
Bravo,
I'm gonna give it 10 minutes. And if they don't,
Past the re-insert line.
Bravo, I have 3 of your guys with me.
this still
What I'm
isn't
gonna
clear
do
in
is
10
I'm gonna come
minutes.
in
I'm gonna send in
directly
more
to the south of your
QRF,
marker. Is your
but
marker accurate?
Mark,
I'll bring in with some trucks or something.
Be advised, we have taken over an enemy technical. It's
I don't mean to kick a horse when it's down, but we have all these dudes back here not doing anything, you know? There wasn't a mass cast over here. It was just guys that pulled back from that vector.
The 3 guys I have with me.
It's pretty bad.
Push in there and clear it, and if you want to regroup with us, we can push together.
Big lack of squad-to-squad communication, and this op was designed to require that level of communication because these AOs are designed to not have, not be clearable by a single squad. So, I mean, these 4 guys, they're coordinating well. It's because I pulled the vehicle out, the Dishka guy was taken out, the AGS was already dead. So they're just cleaning house at this point. And we've also got dudes that were pulling up on their own vectors because things broke down. This tends to happen when you have ops where they don't have any short-range radios on a net. The best you can do is just hope the squad leader and team leader can wrangle people. So there is a ground command. He's one of the officer symbols. So... it's Shockman. Okay, so this makes sense. Shockman's a new guy. He's a T0. It's this community, anyone can step up to lead.
Bravo, Delta will head.
And that's why things are messy. It's because just the new guy's taking the reins. But it's also on the squad leaders for not communicating, except for Nimia. I'll give it to her. She was pushing, and she was, you know, giving updates. But no one was bouncing off with her, and therefore no one was maneuvering with her squad, and that's why we saw it get wiped twice.
Solid copy. We'll see what we can do. But looks like most of these buildings are not.
But yeah, usually it's the squad leaders that should be communicating with each other.
Okay, then disregard last.
Some of these buildings are enterable though, so.
We're about 2 mics out. We're coming along the MSR,
I think they're gonna get this clear by the time I send in my QRF anyway.
How copy?
Ground command copy.
Skelly, that was beautiful. That was absolutely beautiful, because they were just sitting there and taking it. I literally just blew away their cover too, and then you saved them. So that was pretty good, man. I'll give you that. I knew those dead man switches would have come in handy. I just completely forgot I put them here. But at least the AI know when to pop smoke to cover themselves. Like, gosh darn it. That's another thing my player base doesn't really do that much, is smoke. Even though I give it to everybody, they just don't like to use smoke. I would consider myself pretty fair in my ops. I do try to help the players out here and there without like blatantly helping them. Like if a Vic takes AT but doesn't blow up, but they need it to blow up, I'll give it to them. And I'll end key the Vic because it's, you know, at the end of the day, the reason I'm able to Zeus is because these guys keep coming back. So you have to, you know, make sure they have a good time. But at the same time, you got to know your limits and whatnot. Because if you give the player base an inch, they will take a mile. And that's true with any player base, to be honest. And this will be my only op today.
Be advised, Bravo's just cleared the
Well, anyone can be in my shoes and say that, you know, communication is important and they're not communicating. But if you want to question me on that regard, go into the VODS channel and go look at CC07. I took command of that, and I took my guys through the shit show. And the only reason we did so well was because we had good communication, even though I know it broke down at many instances because nets were infiltrated, I had squads defending, squads attacking. I had to designate, you know, who was in charge of who. But communication, very important. How fair was I in this op?
We're walking past this BMP right now. It looks like it's been fully decrewed.
I'd say fair.
Can we see is the BMP?
I literally, they're done with that, but I literally listed, like, everything they needed to know right here.
Possibly.
So if they didn't want to follow it, because I saw people blow their hands off, even though it says right here, do it. People were complaining that they were AI were tough to kill, even though I say right here where you need to aim. We talk about everything.
Most of this base is clear. There might be a straggler or two.
It's not like I threw a platoon of infantry at them at any given time. It was just 1 or 2 squads, 3 max. Really, it was just they'd send a single squad to go hit a hard point.
Confirm that the base is clear.
So, you know, I had 2 squads against 1 squad because
this is Bravo, northwest and west
there's
side
like
is clear.
35 to 40 of them on the server. At least there was. It's down to 32 now.
Side is clear.
This is Charlie, can confirm is clear.
But we're gonna wrap it up here because of how stagnant things have gone. I'm not gonna send a counterattack. This is Hi, send message ground.
Hi, it appears that the base is cleared. What are your orders?
Roger, objective was to take the fob. You guys have taken the fob. We are index. Alright, I'm ready for my taste of salt. Here we go! And auto.
Oh, dear God.
Oh no.
Alright, so for the record, everything was listed in the mission. If you spray at a dude, you're probably not going to hit him in the head. You're probably going to hit him in the chest. And it did say, you know, 4 to 8 bullets, depending on your caliber. I saw grenades go off in hands. I did forget to mention not to enhance throw them, so that's my bad. But it was written in the mission. And I did say everything was listed there in the beginning. And I recorded it this time, so people can't challenge me on that. And this wasn't an op designed for 1 squad to be able to take on a fortified position. And also not for 1 squad to get lost, because that also happened and they got hit. And I wasn't trying to focus anyone down. I literally just dealt with what you guys did and, you know, pretended to sit at the fob. And I heard, okay, we got gunshots over at that direction. I'm going to send a 4 group or an 8-man group over there and see what happens. Or, oh, if this checkpoint's reporting they're under attack, I'm going to go send an 8-man or a 4-man over there. Squads that were on patrol, they heard gunshots, they just went over to follow them, because only the squad leaders had little ANAs. Overall, from what I saw, everything was balanced the way I did. Feel free to bash me in review, but communication is very important in an operation like this. And I didn't really feel that there was a lot of communication in the parts where you really struggled. And that allowed for, you know, solo squads to happen and get wiped. Because again, didn't make this for a squad to do everything, because an op is no fun if one squad is able to literally steamroll ahead of everyone else. Because that means the remaining 80% of the players don't do shit. So take this with a grain of salt. Remember to actively communicate. I know it sucks if you are actively communicating, because not every squad lead was bad today. There were some that were doing really well, but I felt just kind of gave up because of the lack of comms. So sorry, but everyone's got to step up to do it if you take that role. So please take that to heart, and I hope the next mission is a little bit more fun. Ground, go ahead.
All in all, it was a pretty good mission. The main problem we had was just that we
so
kept
he's
getting
all the way at the bottom.
lost from each other, and that led to a few problems of just we had to keep stopping and regrouping. But all in all, it went pretty well. Only thing I have to say is that Delta, whenever you assaulted the compound, you decided to just go in there alone, pretty much, and most of your squad got wiped. Besides that, I saw some soldiers did some individual just dumb things, like one guy ran over a friendly, and another person put like 6 epis in a guy. If you don't know how to use the morphine or epi, please ask someone else. Do not put multiple than 1 or 2 morphine or epis into a guy. That's all I have to say. Alpha, go ahead.
Got lost a few times, shot some dudes. Alpha did pretty well on the most part. Communication was a little bit but Fallujah, landing in Fallujah is kind of So yeah, it's good op, good concept. Dudes felt a little tanky, but if you said you tested them, you tested them.
The gut.
Bravo.
Not gonna say anything.
Yep. So this personally highlighted the importance of making sure you got a good comm system with your 2IC, because I set mine up, admittedly, like halfway through the mission, because I was like, okay, gotta get this done. And yeah. Also, please listen to your squad leaders. It might sound simple, it might sound dumb, but please listen to them. And yeah, other than that,
I can't wait
Bravo
to read that feedback.
did pretty decently. I tried to help Delta when they were getting fucked by doing like a diversionary attack, supporting attacks, whatever you want to call it. I thought it worked relatively well, and that's everything I've got to say. Charlie.
Don, who are we rating?
Right, Charlie. I'm a
So I can pop in and say hello and pretend it was my idea.
My armor crashed, and then picked the squad lead because it was empty as always. And okay, at first we did.
No more streams today. Nope.
It looked like we were doing fine. Then we got split up. Basically, most of the infantry ran off with the rest, and we tried to organize our vehicles and ended up in the rear. So Charlie was, for the first half of the op, at least, we were very much dispersed and not a coherent fighting force. Then we joined up with Alpha, did some vehicle combat, cleared the main road, and then Alpha went ahead. I think you got decked on that large checkpoint before the killing field, right? At any rate, we followed you and got hit as well. I was downed, so Charlie was again headless. Then rejoined, regrouped, and after that it went a lot better. We had at least half the squad this following, grouping up together and moving as a unit. And yeah, the rest is basically finally approaching the base and clearing it out, which was chaotic on our side. So yeah, Charlie was. Oh god, sorry, I'm totally all over the place right now. And I guess that sums up my entire squad lead this time.
Yeah, 32.
Delta.
Stayed
for Delta, we did pretty good. We pushed up. I ended up having us push up about 300 meters too far north. I missed the turn at the MSR, so after Scott was nice enough to tell us that, we pulled back south, headed west, and stayed pretty consistent. In that us and Alpha were way too far ahead. We ended up being pretty consistently 500 meters past the main body or at least from what I saw. We ended up doing that kind of leapfrogging ahead, and it was only until the very last bit, about maybe 2 or 3 minutes before we went to the ISIS camp, that we stuck solidly to ground. We pushed up over the building. I found us a nice little spot where there were 3 barracks, and I thought that would be good enough cover. What I did not expect was a T-55. By the time I had jumped over, I had not heard the engine, and I got shot by an AI, so I couldn't call anything over for the rest of Delta. I think there were a couple reinserts due to that, and I can't say much else because I was spending the rest of my time reinserting. We just got to the southeastern side of the compound by the time we got back, but I'll actually go ahead and let the PKM gunner talk about what happened after the jump over into the compound, if that's all right.
So after the jump over into the compound and Holy Light went down, I took his radio, which is one thing that people need to do. If the people who can relay that, hey, our squad lead is down, or hey, we're in a mass cas, grab a radio. If it's from your squad lead or from whoever, relay to ground command to let them know what's going on. Otherwise, you're not going to get any support. But anyways, we got in a mass cas. The situation just kept getting worse and worse and worse, until finally I just made the overall decision that, you know what, screw it, we're just going to pull out and we're going to just whittle down the enemies from afar and then try pushing back in and do a re-attack from a different angle. So that's what we did. We stood outside the compound on an elevated positions on a couple buildings and fired down into the compound. We were able to take out a good majority of it. And then we heard Bravo was starting to have a similar situation to what we were in. So we reorganized it. We reorganized with what we had left, with portions of Bravo and a couple other guys, as well as the remaining of Delta. Pushed in, went to support Bravo, and from there cleared down the buildings with Bravo. And yeah, that's basically all that happened until everything was clear. That's all for Delta.
Yeah, Outcast, I just want to say real quick, you did a really good job of, after your squad lead went down, of you taking his position. Because one thing that really sucks in op like this, whenever only a few people have radios, is that if no one picks up the radio, I don't know who I'm communicating with at any time, being ground command. I could be trying to communicate to 4 squads when only 2 can even hear me because the other 2 are down.
Don, just pick one. Do the INA. It's fine. Let's go ahead and Don, initiate the raid. I'm gonna wrap it up here because Debriefs kind of died. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Go operate operationally. Enjoy the rest of your day or night. Cheers. And Don, you already raided that person last week.
I would just say that this officer shines a light directly on top of the people's over-reliance and over-dependence on CTAB and GPS. Land navigation in urban environments is very different to woodland and shit like that. You've got to have a mind's eye, use focal points such as radio towers, television broadcast stations, satellite dishes on buildings, or even bus stops. That sort of shit is paramount. One thing that wasn't really employed here as much today, but it could be seen in the future, verticality. A lot of people are looking at street level rather than looking at rooftops. Essentially, if you don't feel overwhelmed in an urban environment by constantly checking murder holes, you're doing it wrong. Sucks to say.